It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see the Rams' electric quarterback. You can't add a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Rams and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in offer wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Back to throw here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. Third down here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is taken at the 18. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On play action, Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Lance going to throw. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game: 19 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fielded at the 43. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They'll run and set up the reverse, but he'll keep it himself. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jets are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Hyatt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 21 carries, 70 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
23 yards on the play. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. When you talk about this Jets defense, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about established of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Jordan Fuller there to take him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Lance now to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
It's complete to Brown, right side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Lance. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll go down at the 28.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their 1st half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good. and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
And now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. He has Hyatt over the middle. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Lance.
And he's brought down up getting this one up to about the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Kenneth Murray leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Shotgun now for Lance. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On second down, a run with Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. Kirk Cousins, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after 4 games. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They run it with Hall off the option. Down to the 42, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Lance to throw it. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To throw, it's Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
On second down, here's Lance. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll give to Hall. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And Lance going to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
A carry here for Hunt. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. Now 2nd and 9. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Here's Lance. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Ready. Tighten up defense.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On first down, Lance. Throw out wide is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The Jets on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The football going back to the Rams now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your
10 after the incompletion on first down. Dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Okay, right.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. Several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Steps away to his left. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Cup. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw here. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
2nd and a couple. Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, New York.
Yellow, check white.
Give to Hall running right. He'll take this to the 46.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.